Good evening, everybody. Tonight we are celebrating and listening to Albanian works and composers on a very special day. Today marks the 35th anniversary of Albanian-Canadian diplomatic relations. At this moment, I would kindly ask you all to put your phones on silent for the duration of the evening. Thank you.
Mirëmbrëma të gjithëve, mirë se erdhët. Mirë se të vinim teatrin Isabel Bader në koncert në Orkestrës Filharmonike të Torontos me veprat kompozitorëve shqiptar. Organizuar me rastin e 35 vjetorit të vendosjes marrëdhënieve diplomatike ndërmjet Shqipërisë dhe Kanadas. Unë jam Gredi Meta, antari i Society, dhe së bashku me Tean, mezi presim të kalojmë një natë të këndshme së bashku me ju.
A few words about the orchestra for some of you who may be unfamiliar. The Greater Toronto Philharmonic Orchestra is committed to bringing full orchestral performances throughout various areas of the city of Toronto. Since 2008, the orchestra has held annual concert series, outdoor performances, as well as other special events. It has become a very collaborative organization that is led by an established roster of conductors under the artistic leadership of Chazim Kalushi. Today's performances will feature a reduced size of 36 musicians in the orchestra, and it will be conducted by Maestro David Fallis.
Pak fjalë për orkestrën. Orkestra Filharmonike e Torontos Madhe është unike në përkushtimin e saj për të sjellë vepra artistike për gjatë gjithë qytetit. Prej 2008-s, orkestra performon koncerte të përvitshme, krahas eventeve të veçanta si ky i sotmi dhe performancave në bashkëpunim me grupet komunitare. Orkestra është kthyer në një organizatë unike, e ndërtuar mbi bazën e një modeli bashkëpunues artistik dhe e drejtuar nga dirigjent mirënjohur, në kupolën drejtuese artistike të zotit Chazim Kalushi. Performanca e sotme përbohet nga 36 muzikantë me dirigjent Maestro David Fallis në krye.
Okay, so we will start this evening with the singing of the national anthem of Albania, followed by the national anthem of Canada. I kindly ask you all to rise.
Le ta nisim të mbrëmje festive me himnin kombëtar të Shqipërisë dhe O Canada, performuar nga Orkestra Filharmonike e Torontos. Le të ngrihen.
Thank you to the orchestra for the beautiful renditions of the national anthems. Next, we would like to kindly invite to the stage His Excellency Mr. Erman Mucha, the Ambassador of the Republic of Albania to Canada.
Faleminderit, mirëmbrëma zonja e zotrin, të dashur miq, the Honorable Rob Oliphant, Member of the Parliament, Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of the Foreign Affairs, our guest of honor, mirë se vini në koncertin e Orkestrës Filharmonike të Torontos së Madhe me vepra të kompozitorëve shqiptar, organizuar me rastin e 35 vjetorit të vendosjes së marrëdhënieve diplomatike ndërmjet Shqipërisë dhe Kanadas. Ky përvjetor është shënuar me një larmi aktivitetesh me praninë të autoriteteve kanadeze, trupit diplomatik dhe përfaqësuesve të fushave të ndryshme të jetës në vend dhe ja ku jemi sonte, për ta festuar edhe me familjen tonë të madhe në Toronto, në zemrën e komunitetit shqiptar në Kanada. Gjatë këtyre 35 viteve janë shënuar shumë arritje, si në planin komunitar, ashtu edhe atë diplomatik. Përfshirë në nënshkrimin dhe hyrjen në fuqi këtë vit të marrëveshjes së sigurimeve shoqërore ndërmjet Shqipërisë dhe Kanadas. Të vetëdijshëm se ka akoma shumë për të bërë, jemi të angazhuar për të vijuar me përkushtim punën, për të çuar edhe më tej marrëdhëniet dhe bashkëpunimin ndërmjet dy vendeve në përputhje me vlerat dhe prioritetet tona të përbashkëta. And I would like to really highlight how proud we are to call Canada a friend and partner. Sonde kam një falënderim të veçantë për bashkëorganizatorët e kësaj mbrëmje artistike, për shoqatën e bashkësisë shqiptaro-kanadeze dhe mikun tim Bujar Zejnullahu, për Albanian Canadian Excellence Society dhe miken time Hilda Fida, për shoqatën e avokatëve shqiptaro-kanadez dhe mikun tim Marinati, për RH Scholarship dhe miken time Teuta Haxhillari, për alternativën e zhvillimit, për alternativën shqiptaro-kanadeze të zhvillimit dhe mikun tim Rudin Dakli, për të gjithë bashkëpunimin e hapur dhe konstruktiv për realizimin e këtij koncerti. Faleminderit dy prezantuesve plotshar, Tea Haxhillari dhe Gredi Meta. Mirënjohja ime shkon në veçanti për mikun tim Qazim Kallushi, për gatishmërinë dhe angazhimin e pakursyer, njerëzor dhe profesional, për Orkestrën Filharmonike të Toronto së Madhe, për Pasqyrën shqiptare, që me praninë dhe angazhimin e saj do të përcjellet përmes valëve televizive në vatrat shqiptare kudo në Kanada, këtë mbrëmje të organizuar në këtë periudhë të bukur të vitit, si dhe për të gjithë ju që ju përgjigjet ftesës sonë dhe jeni të pranishëm sonde këtu me ne. Dhe duke qenë se jemi në prag të festave të fundvitit, dëshiroj të uroj të gjithëve përzemërsisht gëzuar Krishtlindje dhe vitin e ri 2023. Faleminderit për invitacion. And now it is my honor and special pleasure to invite to the floor the Honorable Rob Oliphant, Member of the Parliament of Canada and the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs of Canada to deliver his remarks. I would also like to express once again my great gratitude, my deep gratitude to the Honorable Rob Oliphant for all the support to bring our countries even closer. Thank you, Mr. Oliphant.
Good evening, bonsoir, mirëmbrëma. It is truly my honor to be with you tonight for several reasons. First, it is very good for me to be at home here in Isabel Bader Theater. This is where I went to university as an undergraduate at Victoria College. The name Follis is well known to Victoria College. I'm also a United Church minister. The United Church would not exist in music if it weren't for the Follis family. So I am very delighted to be here and listen to this wonderful orchestra under Maestro Follis's directing tonight. But I'm also very pleased to be here with the Albanian community of Toronto. My first word really is to His Excellency, Ambassador Musa. One of my tasks as the Parliamentary Secretary to the Minister of Foreign Affairs is to take care of the ambassadors, to take care of the High Commissioners from the Commonwealth countries. And let me tell you, Albania is extremely well represented by this ambassador. He understands that his role is to represent the people and government of Albania here, but he also understands it's to further the relationship of Canada and Albania. That it is a two-way relationship, and he engages in things Canadian and things Albanian to the highest degree possible, and is an exemplary ambassador, and it is really a privilege to be here. I don't accept every invitation I get. But when Albania and His Excellency asked me to come to something, I am really glad to be here. It's also really an honor to celebrate both the 110th anniversary of the independence of Albania and the 35th anniversary of our diplomatic relationship between Canada and Albania. That relationship, of course, extends beyond those 35 years. The formal relationship began 35 years ago and has grown and continued to grow every year since then. One of the things that His Excellency has worked on very strongly and hard was on the relationship in our social security system, where there was mutual recognition of our social security systems. I think he might have mentioned it to me once or twice, or 32 times, about getting that done. It is now in effect. It was signed in 2019 by then Foreign Minister Christopher Freeland on the Canada's part, but it has now come into place, and it will provide greater mobility and options for even further people-to-people ties between Canada and Albania. It sounds small, but it actually is quite an important relationship. Canada works with Albania in many areas. We're in NATO together. We're at the Organization for Security and Economic Cooperation in Europe here, the OSCE. And we fully support and will work every day to help Albania fulfill its desire to be part of the European Union. It is an important step for Europe and for Albania to continue that growing relationship. It will work on commerce, it will work in education, it will work in everything that will make Albania truly one of the greatest countries in the world. And we will share that as Canada and Canadians with a very successful and vibrant Albania, knowing that our future and Albania's future are tied together. The last point I'll make is about you. I've got the best view in the room tonight. You're looking at an orchestra and me. I get to look at the Albanian community in Toronto. I get to look at the energy, the professionals that are here, the entrepreneurs that are here, the people who work in government, in business, and in industry, who are working in entertainment and culture and the arts, who work in with their families and neighborhoods, making Toronto a better city and Ontario a better province. We've just gone through the Heritage Month of November, recognized in November as Albanian Heritage Month. Every day and every month should be Albanian Heritage Month. Your contribution to Canada is remarkable. We always value, you bring a past with you. We recognize your language, your culture, your ways of being, and we honor them in Canada. We don't want you to forget them or to lose them as you become better and better Canadians. We do that together. Diversity is a reality. Inclusion is a choice. In Canada, we include. Thank you for being here tonight.
Thank you to our honorable guest for his kind words and a very valuable couple of words. On the same terms, faleminderit zoti ambasador për mesazhin e ngrohtë dhe çdo gjë që bën për komunitetin shqiptar në Kanada. Vazhdimisht kemi parë iniciativa që promovojnë dhe nxisin bashkëpunimin ndërmjet ambasadës, komuniteteve shqiptare, organizatave që ambasadori po rreshtoi, kështu që faleminderit për çdo gjë që ju bëni për të na bashkuar këtu sonte.
We would also like to thank all the organizations that came together tonight to create such a beautiful event. Erman touched up on them, but I'm just going to say them one more time. These organizations are instrumental in this community, and everybody should be constantly celebrating them. The Embassy of the Republic of Albania, the Albanian Canadian Association, RA Scholarship, the Albanian Canadian Excellence Society, the Albanian Canadian Lawyers Association, and the Albanian Canadian Development Alternative. And lastly, thank you to everyone for coming out tonight. It is really beautiful to see you all come together as an Albanian community in Canada and celebrate arts, culture, and everything our community has to offer. And the moment we've been waiting for, now I would like to welcome to the stage the Greater Toronto Philharmonic Orchestra.
Momentin që mbyllim nga gjithë ne, që të ndjekim performancën muzikore të orkestrës dhe ftojmë në skenë maestro David Falles.
Very much, ladies and gentlemen. I'm just going to say a few words, but first I would like to have us join in welcoming our guest soloist for this evening, a wonderful accordion player and wonderful musician, a great colleague to work with. We've worked together before, Michael Bridge. So. While he's getting set up, I will just say a brief little word about this next piece that we're going to do. By the way, I should say, I've had some wonderful opportunities working with very different kinds of music over my life, but I have just encountered some of these wonderful Albanian composers for the first time. And it's been a great pleasure for me to work on that excerpts from the Lina Ballet Suite and that fantastic piece of that Albanian dance and so on. So it's really it's been a big privilege and honor for me to study these scores. It's very clear that the Albanian music can hold its own in all the world's music. It's fantastic to hear. So we thought, especially since this is in honor of the diplomatic relations between Canada and Albania, that we would offer a Canadian piece now. And this is kind of a little bit of a smorgasbord. Michael and I were just chatting, saying how many folk songs are in this arrangement. And it's maybe 35. We can have a test to see how many of you recognize some of these folk songs. Many come from right across the country, but some of the Quebec folk songs and the Newfoundland folk songs are some of the ones that are best known. And they've been put together for orchestra and accordion by a wonderful jazz guitarist here in Toronto who's done a number of this kind of arrangements. He has the name William Bridges, not the same as Michael.
No relation.
Anyway, I hope you enjoy what's called a Saturday night dance in Canada.
Thank you so much, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be back with the Greater Toronto Philharmonic. It's been many years. We had a slight, delay of about 3 years. I won't mention what happened. Nothing happened in the world, last 3 years. This piece came entirely from Canada, or Canadian roots, and as David mentioned, we would like to send that out and pair it with a piece coming from Albania by my accordion-playing brother, Ferdinand Deda. I see he is no stranger to those here tonight. Deda was an accordionist And he studied in Albania, he studied in Prague, he studied in Poland, and he became quite famous as the conductor of the Albanian radio and television orchestra. They did more than 300 concerts in Albania and abroad, recorded film scores, and also in his compositions. He wrote many pieces for all the way up to full symphony. However, he did not write these pieces for orchestra. These were written only for solo accordion. He played them himself quite a bit. And it was in 2016 when we had the idea of doing these pieces for orchestra. Actually, it was, I believe, Antela who had the idea. Antela, the concertmaster, made this arrangement. Antela Galanci. So please give her a round. So we did the world premiere arrangement with the Greater Toronto Philharmonic. I've since played it in Alberta, I've played it in Brazil. So we're taking this music around the globe, but back here tonight. So thank you all for coming. Hope you enjoy 5 pieces for accordion and now orchestra.
you know, since he's blessed us with all these flowers, Egyptians aren't used to working without pay. So we got our flowers. We'll give you one more piece. This is, well, across the Adriatic from Albania is Italy, of course. And this is a wonderful, this shows that sort of mixture around this part of the world. This is by an Italian composer. It's called the Czardas, which is a Hungarian dance. And it suits anywhere. Yeah.
Thank you.